the video that I just put out, it's the day after my last video, which I shot and edited on the same day. But I was looking at the footage, and just for, I don't know, FYI, most of my recordings are made on the camera you're looking at now, which is my GoPro. By the way, it's freaking raining cats and dogs right now. It's early April. Anyway, I was looking at the footage and I made one shot of the battery in that video. The footage of me getting under the hood was with this camera, and it's the first time I've used kind of a fixed lens on a camera, or on this camera for this purpose on one of my videos. I've shot some other stuff a couple years ago on the same camera. Anyway, it looked spectacular. I know I'm nerding out a little bit, but today's video is me goofing around with my Bronco front bumper. It is askew. So part of what I'm doing, and you can see the big fuzzy microphone over here because my shop's super loud because of this torrential downpour in my tin shop, is this is my snowplow mount that I've hopefully got it engineered so I just take a couple bolts off here, this whole assembly drops off. And I don't know if it's really visible, but the weight of the snowplow basically shifted the bumper, or so I'm hoping, on the mounts. And so there's 5 or 6 bolts under here. And again, this is more of a just me testing stuff out. And of course, as soon as I started filming, I got a call. I do not know if you can even see in the camera, but this right here is the front bumper. It is a worn mid-1990s, probably the same vintage as the winch. This was a government truck, so it had government stuff. You'll see the, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, the Anderson plug behind the microphone here. Let me move this. Anyway, got the Anderson plug. That's where I plug my winch in, but I would imagine CHP, who had the truck before me, probably had jumper cables. So anyway, let's get rid of that, the snowplow mount, and then I will work on taking off some bolts, and I'll probably move a floor jack down below here and jack up underneath there, and hopefully just pivot this back into place, tighten everything up, and this will be a short video. But again, usually there's a certain amount of failure in any of my plans, so I'll make sure I document that. I'd say that was a success. And that was a success as well. Alrighty, so that part right there we'll just huck off over there. I'll collect the bolts I just strewed about. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, shoot, I forgot what I was doing. Alright, my lights look very good. Always fun to work on old stuff. So we're going to loosen this top one up and keeping in mind that I am not afraid to fail. In fact, failure in many cases is very likely. Alright, that one's loose. So, we're going to put this lock washer up here. I'm going to get a floor jack and some cribbing and jack this up right there. I think these are the primary points of attachment. I wish I had my GoPro down here because I could probably show it pretty good. So they've already put some spacers on the lower one, so I think that's how they're adjusting the level of the front bumper. We'll find out. These are not my favorite jack, but in a pinch, as you can see, this one's seen better days. I kind of can't outward. Let's see if we can use a high lift jack to straighten my front bumper now. Oh, I got some good movement there. This is why I don't like high lift jacks, because now it's just sitting there. Alright, let's see what my eyeball meter says. It says we need to go up about a click. Okay, it's not fitting up there, so we're going to go one more click up. See if I can get enough space on that bumper for that. Whoa, this is where it all falls apart. By the way, the bumper is still bolted on by at least one bolt, however loosely. So we're declaring victory. If you'll notice, the level's clipped to the bumper. It's more or less in the center. I'm more of a rough estimate type dude, so if we're anywhere near the middle, we're good. So I'm declaring victory on the bumper project. It took me longer than I thought. It involved a high lift jack. It involved a bolt I didn't see until 2 minutes ago that I unbolted and made it way easier. So there was 3 bolts on either side. I didn't bother filming under the truck. It's dirty. I'm in a hurry. But my bumper looks much better. Again, it took a bunch of abuse this winter from suspending it suspending the snowplow mount. I drove up to a little trailhead near my house, and we'll see what this bumper really looks like. This will be my first look at it. You can probably see it in the background. I can't even see it. So I think she looks better. Do that. Yeah, definitely an improvement. I would have filmed the drive, but I was listening to a podcast, so that didn't happen. As you can see, probably in the background, Salmon Butte Trailhead. I'm very fortunate. I live in, basically, my property borders the national forest, so it's easy for me to go and do stuff like this. I guess she looks a little kicked up on this side. Well within spec for 25-year-old cars. Again, today was just an exercise. I'm not using my big camera just because, well, I'm lazy. So we'll see what this looks like. But I'm going to hop back in because I'm cold. I've been working the shop for a couple hours. I'm going to head home, sit on the couch, and throw together this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't mind the buzzer. Cool. I do like this little camera. Let's see how I can do handheld here. Whoops, drive. All right.